Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of T is for Transformation. Of course, you know, I'm your host, Shaun. And if you don't, welcome. Today's episode is about sweat and strategy, where we dive into the powerful connection between entrepreneurship and wellness. Now, as a lot of you know, as entrepreneurs or busy moms and dads, we work often and we pour everything into our work and our lives. But let me tell you, your fitness journey is very crucial for your success. So today we're going to explore how fitness can boost your mental clarity, prevent burnout, and fit it all into your busy schedule. Plus, I'll share some valuable lessons that you learn in the gym and how to apply them directly to your business or your personal life. And it's just going to make it all better. So let's get ready to not just sweat through the brain, but strategize on how to make your life better. First thing I want to talk about is mental clarity through fitness. As you know, exercise increases blood flow to the brain, enhancing every cognitive function. And studies show that 20 minutes of exercise can improve brain performance by 20%. Now, let me tell you about that. As you all know, I created a program called Transform 20. And a lot of people were like, it's only 20 minutes. What are you going to do? Oh my gosh, like that's not enough. Well, most people aren't doing anything. So I personally believe that 20 minutes is enough. It's enough to get you started. It's enough to get you pushing. It's enough to get your brain working. Let's forget about the physical benefits of sweating, feeling good, losing weight, having more energy. When you work out, your brain just functions better. Even sitting here, working my brain, recording a podcast makes me think a little bit. But here's the kicker. I danced a lot before I started recording this podcast. And I can tell you right now that just from that physical activity, that physical exertion of exercise, I danced for probably like 15 minutes. I just woke up. I feel better. My body starts moving better. It's like stretching for your muscles. When you move, you start stretching for your brain. And let's talk about the idea of stress relief when it comes to physical activity. Physical activity releases endorphins, which can reduce stress levels by up to 40%. This clears the mental fog that you have and improves your overall mood, which to me, that is the most important because your mood affects everything that you do in your entire life. From the moment you wake up, people are like, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm like, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Or did you not get enough sleep? And did you not get enough sleep because it's a domino effect of you just staying super busy, not taking care of yourself. And I know some people don't like, it's been this thing going around on the internet, which I personally hate. And when people are like, that's not self-care. Self-care is not going to get a massage. Self-care is not exercise. Self-care. I'm like, no, it's self-care. Anytime you can spend time with yourself, for yourself, doing something for yourself, that is self-care. But when we go into the physical activity, when we talk about the sweat strategy, if you will, and you want to strategize how you want to move and your brain functions, when we talk about recovery, sometimes recovery is active recovery. It could be physical therapy, and you don't even necessarily have anything wrong. Like I'm going to recovery today after I leave here, and my recovery is getting dry needle. It hurts, but at the end of the day, it makes my body feel better, which helps me put myself into a better mood. One of my biggest pet peeves, I'll tell you, this is a pet peeve of myself. This isn't even a pet peeve that other people do. This is a pet peeve of myself. If I've had a bad day and I'm taking my bad day out on my kids or a bad moment, I would say that I don't really have many bad days as a whole, but I have bad moments, which puts me in bad moods because of decisions, right? And so decisions other people make, decisions I make. So I just think it's really important for me to put myself in a good mood because my biggest pet peeve is when I take my mood out on my kids or my family. And I just don't think that they deserve that. So that's another reason why I exercise and I push my body because I want to like literally have that defense set in motion so that I don't have to go to that mood. And again, that domino effect comes up and it affects everyone else. Now we're going to move into the next thing I want to talk about, which is burnout prevention and recognizing burnout. According to the World Health Organization, burnout affects 1 in 5 employees. That's people that you're around. The signs of it include chronic fatigue, lack of motivation, and feeling overwhelmed. And the one thing I'll tell you is that when you start to feel overwhelmed, it is really hard to pull yourself out of that tornado, because then the things just start piling up and piling up and piling up. And so that overwhelmed feeling can 100 be combated by, again, exercise. I mean, fitness as a solution, including regular exercise, can reduce stress by up to 30% and anxiety, and it makes a powerful tool for you to recharge and prevent burnout. I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, as a very busy entrepreneur, combined with a dad, combined with a bodybuilder, and I'm not complaining, but there are many times that I get burnt out, many, many times. And that was the one thing and the catalyst for me to tell all of my employees, my entire team, once a quarter, everyone gets 2 mental health days. And I prefer them take it at the end of the week or the beginning of the week so they can have a really long weekend. Like, take Thursday and Friday off, so you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're smart, you could, whatever, it starts Wednesday night when you finish work, because burnout is real. And I don't believe that a lot of businesses necessarily care about how tired you are. They don't. They're about the bottom line. Are you making money or are you not? And a lot of times people treat employees like, well, they can be replaced. I don't treat my employees like that at all. I'm like, for me, I'm like, you're valuable. I love loyalty. I love people that work hard. I love giving them freedom within the job. I also love new ideas. I love the challenges that they present, not challenges like within the workplace, but the challenges that they prevent me, pushing me to the next level, pushing me outside of a comfort zone, or not even necessarily doing just what I say to do. They're like, yo, I'm going to try my best to do the best that I can do here so that I can really, 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 really focus just on the task at hand. But then when I get super burnt out, I know that I'm allowed to go and have time to myself. That could be, for me, I'm like, you can stay in bed all day. You can go to the gym all day. I mean, I don't care what you do. You can, like, I like to travel. When I take my mental health days, I go to a different city. I find a nice hotel. I find the best food that I can eat. I find the best gyms. I get massages. I walk down the street. I put on my headphones. I put my hat low, and I'm in it. And also what happens when you are that burned out and you give yourself days, I like to call them, like I say, mental health days. Sometimes you meet people, you make new relationships, you learn new things, reading a new book. One of the things that I said to myself that I'm going to start doing when I get on a plane is, before I pick up my phone, maybe start doing work or like just doing something to pass the time, I'm going to start reading for the first hour of a flight. I'm like, I'm going to read, because in 2020, before the pandemic happened, I was reading 1 book a week. I would pick like a 200-page book, read 1 book a week. I was just like, I was going to read 52 books, and it was amazing. But then the pandemic happened, and then obviously we're here. But for me, I was like, I want to start that again, because number one, it fills my brain up with things that I didn't know, which I think is really important. But it also helps my burnout. It helps me look at people and things and ideas in a brand new way. So when you get burnt out, there's a lot of things you can do. I like mental health days and weeks or weekends. I can give you a week if you want. Weekends, just because it just helps you feel a little bit better. One of the things that's really important is blocking your workouts into your busy schedule. Effective time blocking is what I call it. And research indicates that people who block time in their schedules are 50% more productive. Allocating specific times for workouts makes them a priority. Can you understand that? A lot of people are like, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to do that. I'm like, you have time to brush your teeth. You have time to eat. You have time to eat extra. You have time to scroll social media. You have time to just sit and gossip with your friends. You have all this time to do all this other stuff. And if you have a really tough time finding time to work out, put it into your schedule. That's it. It really can be like brushing your teeth. And then I know it sounds really easy to do, but exercise Even exercise that you love, it's hard. Like, you have to start moving your body. You have to put your body in an uncomfortable position. And even if it's something that you love to do, you can ask any high level athlete, like even as a bodybuilder, I love it. I'm really successful at it. But when people are like, oh, you don't have to work out every day. Yes, I do. I got here because I have to work out every day. This is a part of the plan. This is a part of my schedule. It is in my calendar for everyone to see. I'm working out. And I block out that time for me, and just like I said, in just 20 to 30 minutes, studies showed that high intensity interval training, like Insanity, can burn up to 30% more calories than traditional workouts in the same amount of time. I will always go back to Insanity because it is just that workout that you can do when you are short on time, specifically max 30, or any HIIT training workout that you do. But the idea is that you fit something into your time that you can do. That's why I developed, like I said earlier, Transform 20. It's 20 minutes. Not everybody needs to go out and focus on being a fitness model or having the biggest muscles. I'm not saying you need to do that. The goal is for you to move so that you just kind of and nothing's ever going to be easy, but you can have lots of easy moments if you take care of yourself first. The next thing I want to talk about is how lessons learned in the gym also apply to your business or your family life. And it applies to the business and family life discipline and consistency. So a Harvard study found that individuals who stick to their workout routines are 25% more likely to achieving their long-term goals. Whether it's in fitness or business, just goal setting in general, just helps you set specific goals and can increase your chances of success by up to 80%. And this same principle applies to setting clear business objectives. Now let's talk about business objectives for a second. That's obvious, right? Your business, if you're an entrepreneur, how you're working, how you're flowing through your day. Let's talk about your business objectives when it comes to running your household, right? Because a lot of you, that is your entrepreneurship, your household, your family. You don't have time, right? So all of these things can really help you not just apply it to your workplace, but apply it to your personal life, your relationships, apply it to your interpersonal relationships, your extended family, your friends, when you can go out with your friends. So it's just really important that we really focus on that. And here's the thing. When I say that you can increase your chances by 80%, again, I'm going to say it applies to the idea that you're setting clear goals, not what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. The I'm gonna and I'm about to and I might and I heard, like all of those things, that's just talk. It's like, this is in my calendar. This is what I'm doing today. This is what I did today. That and they are clear business goals. So I know I went through a lot. It's just that I want you to prevent burnout and I want you to feel good. I mean, think about it. What we covered today is about sweat within your strategy of life. And we talked about how mental clarity is just one workout away, how to recognize and prevent burnout, and simple ways to fit fitness into your busy life. Put it in your calendar. Plus, having explored powerful lessons that we learned in the gym, knowing that they can also elevate your business, your family, your interpersonal mindset. Now, I challenge you to put these strategies into action. Share your fitness journey and how it impacts your entrepreneurship and your family and your relationships so you can set yourself on a path to just greatness. And post it on social media, get some comments, see where the motivation is. But most importantly, thank you for listening to Tears for Transformation. And don't forget to tune in next time where we will explore more ways to uplift your mind and body for success. But until then, keep sweating and keep strategizing.